could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hurry, hurry! Move, move! Man, 18.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
18. Move.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Looking deep for Gabriel. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Hurry up. Zone.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Strong right! Strong right! Look at that!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Lock in, lock in.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry, hurry!
On 3rd down, Trubisky dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You'll see a severe shakeup there. But the best thing for them, Aaron Rodgers, still in a Green Bay uniform. 16 games from Aaron Rodgers always makes Green Bay a contender for a Super Bowl crown.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Go ahead, let's go, come on. Back to north.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll go down at the 28.
Hurry up, hurry up. Get low. Hey, where y'all going?
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach and seems to be bringing a new optimism with him.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kyler Fackrell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Bellamy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
58.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Muhammad. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go again with Muhammad. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Blue. Come on.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second down, Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go, come on. Hey, 50.
Back now at Lambeau.
Let's go. Line left.
They'll run again with Hunt. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, it's Hunt, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You see it? Move. Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Howard. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Keeps himself upright. He gets away from one. Escaping the pressure right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Gotta go, gotta go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Red's up! Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
He'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for his second sack of the night.